Welcome students of Botany College. This video lesson is based on data types in Python. We have seen how Python can work with different type of information, right? Like for instance, so far we saw strings and we also saw how we could work with a bit of numbers. Now those who are definitely different type of information, the more common way you will hear this information referred to is with the term data. So these different type of data are called data types. So we are going to cover today data types in Python. So the range of data type which we are going to cover today is character data type with string data type, integer, floating point number, boolean, hex and oct. Unlike other programming languages like C# and Java, in which the data type of a variable is explicitly defined, like the answer variable, the data type int is being explicitly defined when it is being initialized. So when we are initializing this variable, when we are defining this variable answer, we are explicitly defining its type as int, or for the name variable we are explicitly defining its type as string data type. This happens in C# or Java and other programming languages, but in Python we don't have to do that. Okay, we simply assign the variable the values and the interpreter interpret its data type by the values assigned to it. So we are going to cover the data type, character, string, integer, floating point, boolean and hex and oct. Let me quickly just go through what is it, right? What is it? Character. A character is a single character data type. Basically, in this you assign this data type means it contains a single character. Could be X, font, 4 or a star symbol, or it could be just a single character. You often do not create single character variables in Python, but you should know the core of the language. And next is the most common referred data type is string. This is a string of characters of any length, right? Integer is a whole number with no digit after a decimal point. So 65 would be a valid integer and 65.78 would not. The floating point number, float, is a number that have the digits after the decimal, like 65.00 is technically a floating point number, even though it can easily be represented by integer 65, because if we write 65.00, which is a floating point number, it takes more memory to store rather than the integer 65. Boolean is a variable to represent true or false. Could be 0 or 1 or on and off. This is the simplest data type and most commonly used. Hex and oct. Hex is the decimal string and oct is the octal value of the string. We understand how we deal with different data types in Python by an example of program. I'm going to open Bring. And yeah, so here is a Python program. This program is in your OneNote also, which is listed here as an learning activity data type program. So I'm going to take we are going to write the program. In this program, what we are going to understand is the data type entered by the user and how the Python interpret it and how we convert it into a different data type and how we are going to print that type. Yeah, so the first program we are writing for it is to understand strings. The very important thing to note is the default data type for Python is string, alphanumeric characters, both numbers and letters. The default data type for Python is string, which can contain alphanumeric characters, both numbers and letters. So when, especially the input function, when you prompt a user to input the text, when the user input from the console, it is being treated as string. Whatever the user enter as, the Python interpret as a string. So in this case, we are prompting the user to enter a number and we are storing that value in the variable a. Whatever user enters, it is being treated as a string and being assigned to the variable a. So what this program is doing is, we are asking the user to input number a, and we are storing it in variable a, and we are asking to enter a second number, we are storing it in value b. Now next what we are going to do is, we are going to add a and b. Remember, the default, by default, this input function is going to return as a string. So this a is a string over here and b is a string over here, and this plus sign will add two strings, means it is going to concatenate two strings. And when we concatenate one string concatenates other string, will return a string, and that is assigned to the variable sum. In the next print function, we are going to print the data type sum, and it will display what value the sum contains and the type of sum. Let's gonna save this and run it. So it asked me for a first number, and I'm going to take that number as 7, and this is going to ask me the second number, and I'm just going to take it, for example, 9, and I'm going to hit enter. So this is telling me the value, the sum 79, which is the concatenation 7 and 9, because they are being treated as string. The input function returns the value entered by the user as string, right? And the type of sum is string. Now let's move on to the next thing. Now let's move on to the next data type, which is the integer. So when the user enter the input, it is being stored as a string in variable a and b, and with this int, which is for integer, we are converting this data type of a into int. We are converting that a variable into int, and we are converting this converting this b variable into int, right? This is called typecasting or conversion from one data type to another data type, and we are adding them into and putting the value in the variable sum. So basically, when we are adding an integer and an integer, the data type of sum should also be integer now. So next is the print statement, which is going to print sum, and there is the time of sum. So the result, let's save it and let's see. I'm entering 7 and 9, and I'm getting sum as 16 because they are treated now as an integer. 7 plus 9 is 16, and the data type is returned to be as int. Next we are going to take is example of a float data type. We have integer data type for sum now, and we are explicitly converting that data type to float now by writing the float keyword, and this is going to convert that integer sum into the float and store that value into the sum again, and we are going to print that with data type sum as sum variable, and the type of sum will be printed. So I'm going to save it, run it, enter the first number, second number, and the third line. So It is sum is 16.00, which is a float value, and the type is data type is float. You can refer to more data types through this program. It is in data types in Python, and you can see the character and converting from integer back to the converting from character to the integer, and the hexadecimal and the oct you can see over there. One of the important data type which we'll be discussing, which is being left in this tutorial, is the Boolean, which evaluates to true or false, or yes or no, or on and off, majorly true or false. It is mainly used in the if loop, where we evaluate a condition. If it is true, certain code is executed. If it is false, then certain code is executed, which we'll see in depth while I'll be doing the if loops. So keep watching and practice this example of an activity where you can learn the different data types, how Python deals with it. In short and summary, the terminology is: the string is the number of characters of any type, character a single character, integer a whole number, float a decimal number, Boolean true or false, octal value for a character based, and hexadecimal value for a character based from 0 to F. Yeah, thanks for listening, and catch you in the next video lesson for if loop.